SABC News reporter Patricia Visagie was at the court and has more on that story.
Convicted child rapist Gerhard Ackerman met his fate today. He is sentenced to 12 life sentences. The NPA joins me right now, Phindi Mjonondwane, just to break down, exactly how those sentences are going to work and really just, take us back into the foundation of this case. Thank you so much. It's been a long journey, but it seems like justice has been served.
Indeed, yes, it was a worthy journey, one that we were prepared to take and climb that mountain with all the victims that suffered at the hands of the perpetrator. Today, we've received a remarkable ruling, more especially when it comes to cases where pornographic material is found in Mr. Ackerman's laptop and cell phone. For those counts, for each of those counts, he has been sentenced to 25 years, which is remarkable. It shows growth in case law. This ruling will definitely go a long way in delivering justice for would-be victims of similar offences that he was found guilty and sentenced for.
The 12 sentences, obviously 12 life sentences. Is there a way to just break it down, how exactly it's going to work? A lot of these sentences will be running concurrently, but that lengthy punishment, how exactly is that going to run?
Well, as the court has indicated, that's now in the hands of the Department of Correctional Services and the Parole Board. However, what the sentence that the court has imposed basically results in a lifetime imprisonment that he must serve in prison. So as to how long he will serve, when he'll be released or considered for parole, that will be the duty of correctional services. But we believe, as the NPA as well as the court, our duty has been done. Credit must go to the, I call them now victors of Mr. Ackerman's evil doing. They came to court, they showed bravery. They faced their perpetrator and were able to tell their ordeal in court. And they are not only heroes in this case, but they've now become the voice for children that are going through the same kind of traumatic experiences under people who are yet to be unmasked by law enforcement authorities. But as the NPA, our work continues. We know that Mr. Ackerman was not working alone, and now the duty continues to unmask those men in suits who played their part in abusing our children.
But be it as it may, he sounds as if he's not taking anything seriously, emphasizing that he's innocent and his side was not handled with fairness, and he is bringing a motion for a retrial. As the NPA, how do you respond to this?
Well, we are not surprised by his actions and the frivolous motion that he wants to bring before court. This is a man who came to court and has shown no remorse for his evil deeds. So we also had a psychologist who said that he's a pedophile. So we expected such behavior from him. But as the NPA, we will continue to fight against his motion of saying the proceedings during the trial were irregular or unlawful. We are yet to understand from the papers that he needs to file in court as to what kind of complaints he'll be bringing to court. But as the NPA, we are forever ready to defend justice, and therefore we will be opposing his motion because we believe that justice has been served, and it will be really unfair to re-traumatize the children by a retrial and bring them again to court to come and retell their ordeal. They are our heroes. Their work is done. They've stated their voice in court, and they made sure that the perpetrator faced justice for all the things that he has done to them, and therefore there's no need for a retrial. We believe that all processes were followed, the law was followed to the T, and we are looking forward to seeing our children getting closure, finally getting closure, and be able to move on with their lives.
Just lastly, those children, the victims, their families, what's the way forward to obviously continue giving them support, the necessary counseling and so forth? Will the NPA still perhaps be involved in that process? Obviously, this is just one hurdle, but there's that process as well.
Well, unfortunately, our duty as the NPA ends here. However, as government, our duty continues. As in when they need assistance, the doors of government are opened. Where they need assistance in terms of psychological help, there are relevant sister departments that are able to provide such services. And we call upon the families that they should continue journeying along with these children, and where they see signs of them not coping, then they must not hesitate to contact the relevant departments so that these children can get full support from us as government.
All right, thank you so much there, the NPA spokesperson, Phindi Mjonondwane, just taking us through this trial and, of course, today the sentencing. But just to reiterate, Mr. Ackerman says it's not over for him. He's continuing with his fight. He is planning to bring a motion of a trial. He wants the matter to be retrialed. He says he was treated unfairly, and some of the versions that we heard in court, the evidence, the testimonies were untrue. So the court has actually granted him just that. He has to submit his papers by the 14th of November, and later that month, this year still, his motion will be heard. But the judge in this matter has already made it very clear that he has very, very slim chances of actually succeeding. So we'll have to see how exactly will that pan out. You hear the NPA also saying that they are ready and they're going to make sure that they oppose it with all might. It's back to you in studio.